Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I will address one very common concern among aspirants of Assam Judicial Service, that how they can write in mains exam. Okay, so in this video I will discuss total 10 points. If you consider those 10 points, then you will be able to score good. Okay, so this video is only for Assam Judicial Service mains exam. Okay, and if you are preparing for some other states, then those states will have some other strategies for their mains writing, but if you consider these points, then it will be sufficient for Assam Judicial Service to which will give you a good score. Okay, you can score good. So without any further delay, let's start today's video, and do subscribe to my channel if you are new here. All right, so first thing that you need to keep in mind, it's not about philosophy. Okay, no philosophy. So you don't have to give all the whatever the things that you know about the thing, you don't have to give everything there. Okay, you just have to be to the point. Whatever the question is asking, you just have to answer that thing. Okay, there is no philosophy, no gyan, nothing. Okay, you just have to give what the question is asking. So number one thing is that you have to be like, there should not be philosophy. I mean, to the point your answer should be. A question is asking what is res judicata, your answer should be what is res judicata, not like it is derived from so and so Latin term, all this. No. Okay, just what is res judicata and where it is included. So like that you should answer the thing. So that's number one point. And number 2 point is quantity and quality. Okay, so you should focus on quality rather than quantity. What happens, we have the habit of writing things in a very lengthy manner. Like our law colleges teach us this way only, that how you can be writing. So in every law college, like there will be introduction, discussion, conclusion, criticism, all these things will be there, and to make the topic lengthy. Like even if you ask a very small question to a law student, they can answer. They have trained themselves to write in a paragraph, many paragraphs on that thing only. So you don't have to make the thing lengthy. So length is not at all relevant. So only thing that matters is your quality. Okay, what you are providing. So content is important, not the quantity. Okay, so that's number 2 point. And number 3 point is legal terms. So we are a law student, so it's very important for us that we use only legal terms, mostly legal terms. Okay, so what happens, the legal terms has a different kind of impact factor in your notes. Okay, when you use legal terms, then one legal term can imply many things. Okay, so generally what happens, like when we write in exams, we used to use a layman languages, so that's why our answer become lengthy. But if we use like legal terms like repugnant, reluctant, all this kind of word, so those words actually implies everything. So let's take the one example, like if we get a very common word in CRPC, so CPC is oblivious, right? Oblivious. This is a very common word in CRPC, that oblivious. So if we write in a layman term, it will be like not aware, right? It will be like not aware. So instead of writing not aware or who is not having the knowledge, you should write oblivious, because you should have the knowledge of the legal terms. Okay, so try focusing on legal terms. However, it's not necessary that when you don't know the legal terms, but still you're putting a lot of pressure on that. No, that don't do that. But whenever you're studying something, any topic, then try to focus on legal terms, because these legal terms are very important. It gives a very good impact in your writing. Okay, so number 4th point is Latin terms. Like Latin terms is also very crucial. Okay, suppose in your writings there are terms like inter alia observed, so and so high court inter alia observed. So that means what? So you should know the meaning of inter alia, what is inter alia, all this word. So you should know that the meaning of these terms. Okay, and you should use in your writings. So like inter alia means within that the judgment that the High Court has observed. So in one judgment there will be many things, right? For example, in the Keshavananda Bharati case, there are so many things coined by the Supreme Court. So among that we have to focus on particular point. Then in that case we can use inter alia. So in the Keshavananda Bharati inter alia, the court has observed so and so like that. So that's how you should be using Latin terms as well. And many Latin terms are there, like for example vis major, that means act of God. I'm not able to recall everything now, but yeah, so those kind of words are important. And number 5 point is that case law. Okay, so the many of you have been we have the habit of writing case laws in our writings. in college exams, right? In law college exams we used to provide case laws, examples, illustrations, all this. But you know, in AJS exam, case law is not that relevant. Okay, you just have to provide whatever the illustrations is given in your bare act, so that will be sufficient. You don't have to provide your, you know, many sort of case laws and all. Okay, it's not necessary. But when the case law is the essence one, it is very important that without mentioning the case law your answer will not be complete. So that time you have to mention the case laws, but generally it's not required. So for example, whenever we are writing for exam, you know, answers for regarding the fundamental right, directive principles of state policy, so in those cases it's very important that we should provide you know, case laws. But if you don't give a case law on that point, so our answer will not be complete, because the definition of our, you know, fundamental rights are very, you know, very small. No person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty except you know, procedure established by law. It's a very small sentence. So if you just write that thing, you won't get the marks. So for that you need to provide the case laws. Okay, so case law is important only when there is a need. But suppose we are discussing about like what is kidnapping, what is murder, what is culpable homicide. So you know, if you are answering those kind of questions, in that case case laws are not that relevant. Okay, so you just have to provide the proper illustrations for the things. Okay, and number 6 point is that no individual opinion. Okay, one more thing I want to include in 5th number point is that law of torts. If you see the recent 2020 mains exam question paper of law of torts, then most of all the questions is compiled with case laws only. Like discuss this Oleum gas tragedy case, like MC Mehta versus Union of India, Reliant versus Fletcher, all these cases were there. So we have to discuss only case laws we were asked to discuss. So if you get such questions in future, then how will you deal with that question? So you will be dealing like you know that under which law it is governed. For example, like suppose if we talk about the Reliant versus Fletcher, okay, so that case has come in your exam, the Reliant versus Fletcher. So which, you know, principle of law of tort is applying that case? So we should know that. So first we will discuss what is you know, the case is saying that, and on the basis of that case, and which and we have to connect that under which principle of law of tort it is connecting. So we have to connect, and in that way we have to answer the thing. Okay, so in this regard, you know, I have already made one video regarding the mains writing, so I will give that in the I button. You can see that video. So if we see the number 6 point, then it says that no individual opinion. Okay, so then no individual opinion, the question is not asking that what do you think about that particular thing, situation. So you have to answer what the law speaks. Okay, not your personal opinion. So whatever the law is saying, you have to answer to that only, on that merit only. Okay, so here you need to understand that like when your question is asking your opinion, then that time obviously you will have to provide your opinion. But if it is not asking your individual opinion, so then do not give your personal opinion on that thing. So no individual opinion. So that is number 6 point. Number 7 point is that when paper is lengthy. Okay, so now the problem arises when paper is very lengthy in the mains. Okay, what will you do? So generally we used to write, you know, pages and pages, like, you know, 5, 6 pages, 7 pages, up to even 10 pages for one answers. We have this habit, but we have to, you know, forget that for a moment. Okay, forget that technique of writing, at least for judicial service exam. So what will you do? When paper is lengthy, you have to provide the content, but you cannot compromise with the time. So in that case, what will you do? You take the help of flow chart. Okay, flow chart or say bullet point, so and illustrations. Okay, so take the help of this. Okay, and if also one more thing I'll tell you here regarding, like suppose you have to provide some case laws, then how will you write? So you can just simply connect, like suppose fact. What is fact is saying? Fact of the so and so is a fact. Then argument. What was the argument between the, you know, two parties, and held. So try writing this form. Okay, you can give this heading as well while you are writing in your exam. Okay, like suppose Keshavananda Bharti case and example, then what was the fact? just try to summarize. So in this way, if you write, then your answer will be very beautiful, and within a particular time you will be able to answer and provide all the answer, give justification to those questions. Okay, so this is how this is what you need to do when the paper is lengthy. Okay, and then comes number 8 point, that is crisp within 1000 word. Okay, so it should be crisp. Okay, it should be crisp, to the point, and try to answer within 1000 word. Okay, do not exceed that, even try to reduce that. Okay, up to 700 word, 5, 7, 6, whatever it is like feasible for you, so you can write to that extent. So do not go more than 1000 word. But if you have a good handwriting speed, then obviously you can start practicing as well that regarding that. Okay, now number 9 point is that no intro, no conclusion. Okay, so this is also important thing you need to know, that while writing for the mains exam, it's not important that you should provide introduction, discussion, conclusion, all this pattern. You need to forget completely, because those things used to happen in school or college days only. So now for writing the mains exam, just forget all those conventional pattern of writing answers. Just write to the point and use bullet points and all this. Okay, so it's very simple like that. Then number 10 point is that 7 minutes is the rule. This is the final rule, that you cannot give more than 7 minutes for one question in mains exam. Okay, so try to finish your questions within 6 minutes. Okay, do not give more than that. So just try to write anything, whatever you have in your knowledge, and just try to write in your paper, particular paper, whatever the paper you use at home, just write it. So see, within 6 minutes how many words that you can write. Okay, so and after completion of the 6 minutes, you can set the timer in your phone as well for 6 minutes, that write something, whatever the things you feel like. So write continuously for 6 minutes, and then see how many words that you can write at your optimum speed. Okay, optimum level, how much you can write. So in that way you can assess yourself up to what extent you can give and up to what extent you can write. Okay, so I have already made a video, and I have also discussed with one example, I have taken one question also in that video. Previously I have uploaded, so I will give the link of that video in the I button. You please check that also. And yeah, so these are the all 10 important points. So let's take the quick review of it. So number 1, no philosophy, to the point, and quality is important, and legal terms and Latin terms and case laws. Okay, when it is asked, or when the essence case law is the essence. And number 6, no individual opinion. Number 7, when paper is lengthy, what you need to do, like all this bullet point, flow chart, all this. Then number 8 point, crisp within 1000 words. And number 10 is no intro, no conclusion. And number 10, the final point is 7 minutes is the rule. So these are all important points that you need to keep in mind before writing your mains exam. So I hope you have found this video helpful, and it has solved your queries, whatever the concern you have regarding the mains exam paper. So if you still have any questions or queries, you can comment down below, or you can ask me in the Telegram group as well. So link is down there in the description. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.